Hello everyone, it's your girl Asia from the Rant channel. Welcome back to my channel. As always, it is nice talking to you guys. So, y'all already know what's up. Y'all already know that I've been recently rewatching some movies with Joaquin Phoenix in it and making, my little talks about whether it's a conversation, whether I want to talk about his acting, or whether or not I feel like the movie is horrible. Whatever you're gonna get with me is what you get. But I want to really talk about Joaquin Phoenix acting range, and I think having acting range is very important. Like an actor, I always look at to where I feel like they should get a lot of credit for being able to show the range of just embodying a character. Bryan Cranston is an actor who played Walter White in Breaking Bad. For those who haven't watched Breaking Bad, you should be watching this video. For those who have watched Breaking Bad, tap in. Breaking Bad is without a doubt the best show I've ever watched. Best show. I'm talking about as far as drama, not teen drama, none of that. For teen drama, the best show I've ever watched for teen drama is Degrassi. Of course, that is my favorite teen drama show. Degrassi gets the most rewatch out of me as far as teen drama. But I'm talking about just drama, action, all of that. Breaking Bad gets the most rewatch out of me. Even though I haven't watched it in a minute because everything just feels so fresh, Breaking Bad gets the most rewatch out of me. And I feel like Breaking Bad would have not worked if Bryan Cranston did not play Walter White. And not only that, didn't embody everything within that character. And you gotta think, up until Bryan Cranston got that role, everything he done was really comedy-wise. So, he was looked at as an actor who could just make you crack up. He could make you laugh. When he went in for the casting for Breaking Bad, off the top, they were like, this is not going to work. This guy is a comedy guy. We need someone who's all about that action. This isn't going to work. Well, Bryan Cranston made sure everybody was eating their fucking words up because he proved everybody wrong once the show was done. Bryan Cranston kept winning Oscars and awards when it's like, can you blame him? He was doing his big one in Breaking Bad. That's acting range. Being able to embody a different character instead of just playing the normal character you usually cast in. The funny guy, the idiot dad. You're able to embody something different. And Bryan Cranston did that when he played Walter White. I like actors who show range. Tony Soprano. James Gandolfini. He embodied Tony Soprano. He brought everything to the table when it came to that character. There was nothing in Tony's character that he lacked. Everything that you saw in Tony's character was everything was supposed to be. I love James Gandolfini's acting for Tony Soprano. Without a doubt, one of the most iconic acting performances in TV history, without question. So, to me, I feel like when I watch Joaquin Phoenix's movies, he is such a phenomenal actor. Like, there's just so much scenes where he's able to show emotion, rage, anger, or hell, just silence. Because as humans, we get to that point where it's like, there's really nothing to say. I don't have nothing left to say. His acting range should be really studied because he does a really fantastic job at showing that rage. And one of the main things I always see whenever I'm going on, Reddit, people say, I do believe that Joaquin Phoenix is an underrated actor because up until that Joker role, people feel like, oh, he really wasn't acting, or that he really couldn't act, or that he didn't have any rage, blah, 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 blah. The only movie I'm really thinking of where I feel like he didn't really have to do much due to the script being lackluster and comedy funny was the movie, I think it's called Clay Pigeons, when he was sleeping with his best friend's wife, and it was so much murders going around town. He didn't have to really do much because it was more like a comedy, whodunit type mystery movie. So he didn't really have to bring a lot to the table. But movies I do like where he's showing that rage, I like that because that is important when you're embodying a character. You feel me? It's very, very important. So to me, what pisses me off is that people like to sit here and make it seem like, oh, and Joker, that's when he finally showed that acting rage. That's when he, you already can tell when you watch Joker, that Joaquin Phoenix was going to win that Oscar that year, without question. Why wouldn't he have won the Oscar? Why wouldn't he have? And I really felt like, I just wish I would have gotten into the movie when it first came out. You feel me? Like I've watched Joker thousands of times. Like I have literally watched the movie, analyzed every scene, deep dived every scene, deep dived Arthur's character, and just everything. Like I have watched that movie a lot. Like after I watched it the first time, I just became so obsessed with it. I loved it, and I was like, oh my god, Joaquin Phoenix is a phenomenal actor. Like, wow, like, okay, he really doing his big one. Like, you give him a role, he embodies everything that's in that script. He embodies everything that's supposed to be in that character. You feel me? I just wish I would have went and saw Joker when it came out in theaters in 2019. I was a freshman in high school, and the only reason why I didn't see it is because they say the director said Joker isn't part of the DC universe, but if you look it up, it literally says it is part of the DC universe. And I'm not really much of a DC movie girl. I think DC movies suck. Outside of a few that I actually like, I don't really have no interest to watch a DC movie because I feel like they're terribly written, or the movies are really bad, boring, terrible CGI. They can't get a cast of people who could actually fucking act. All the above. So that's why I really don't watch DC movies, and that was really the main reason why I didn't really care for it. But I wish I would have actually got to see it in 2019. It probably would have been a whole different movie. You feel me? Like, experience as far as I'm concerned. But I'm still not mad that I watched it, you know, was able to see it just in time when the sequel came out. You feel me? So everything played up well. But anyway, like I was saying, so this video is me wanting to talk about a movie character role that Joaquin Phoenix play in that I feel like is underrated as fuck as far as the movie, as far as his acting, and why I really loved his acting range in this movie. So the movie is called Reservation Road. Give you guys a little background. Joaquin Phoenix's character is called Ethan. Ethan, how you pronounce his last name? Ethan Leaner, some shit like that, okay? And, you know, he's married to his wife, Grace. They have 2 kids named Emma and Lucas. You know, one night the family stopped. The dad, Joaquin Phoenix's character, Ethan, went into the car shop to get something for the car and things like that, some toiletries and such. Their son stepped out of the car to catch fireflies in his jar. You feel me? Innocent kid doing nothing. He didn't deserve what happened to him. Right? The Mark, how you pronounce his name? Mark Ruffalo, the guy who played Hawk in MCU, in the Avenger movies, shit like that. He driving, and he's such a fucking dummy, because to me, even if he would have not hit his son, if he didn't hit Joaquin Phoenix's character's son, he was going to hit somebody because he was on the phone, son is in his lap crying because he can't see out of his eye because he got hit with a baseball. He's not really paying attention to the road, like he's multitasking too many things while he's behind the wheel. So off top, he was going to hit somebody had it not been his son. The son wasn't even in the middle of the street. So to me, it's crazy that he even hit the son. That just shows how much of a reckless fucking driver that he is. So boom, right? What is his character's name? Dwight. Dwight hit Lucas with his car. Cause like I just said, nigga on the phone texting this shit. Other car beeped at him to let him know, like, you need to move out of the side of the road. Nigga didn't see the car swerving on everywhere. As he like about to hit the son, Joaquin Phoenix's character Ethan screamed at his son and said, Lucas, and literally Dwight, like, bro, this scene literally left me speechless to where it's like, damn, did I not remember the scene when I first like watched this movie? Because it was so fucking crazy how it happened. Like, just boom, like the way their son's body hit the car and the way it sounded, it just was so deadly. Like, And not only that, this nigga hit his son and kept driving. That's manslaughter. Huh? Bro. So this movie pretty much is just like following Ethan and, you know, him trying to track down the man who killed their son, trying to get justice, and looking up things like how the criminal system, the justice system really is like fucked up for real. For like watching the movie, the main two topics they talk about is grief and how it really changes and shapes you and forms you and molds you into a different person once you lose someone. You feel me? I don't know what's it like when a parent loses a child. I'm pretty sure it's one of the most horrible things ever, and it's really hard to fathom. You feel me? Other people grieve differently. Like the wife, she was sad, and then I feel like after the funeral, she was able to leave it behind her, and she just wanted to continue with life. And she thought her husband was going to do that too. Joaquin Phoenix's character, you know, Ethan. I think Grace thought once they buried their son, they could finally be at peace and be at rest. Which is like, I get that. You feel me? You feel me? Like when someone dies, it's like, damn, it sucks. But then it's like, you feel like once you put them in the ground and you bury them and they're at peace, maybe you can be too. But it's like, it's still hard because you still have to fathom with not seeing this person every day. If you want to talk to them, you can't do that because they're gone. Like, people just don't, I feel like just some people just don't know how to handle death. Like, even if you explain it, things of that nature, I just think some people can't handle it. So to me, I thought it was a little delusional that Grace thought once they buried their son that Ethan could just go back to work and just be that happy-go-lucky, smiley husband that he once was. And it's like, that's not going to happen. He needs to grieve. He needs to let whatever he got going on with him, he needs to figure that shit out on his own. I understand you don't want him to abandon you in the process or abandon your daughter, because at the day, y'all still do have to be parents, and y'all still do have to go to work and make that money. That can't stop. But at the same time, it's like, Grace, you're delusional, because it's like to sit here and say, oh, that's why we hired lawyers. Okay, but they're not doing their job fast enough. Like Ethan said, y'all couldn't wait to arrest me, but y'all haven't arrested the man who manslaughtered my son, who hit a run on my son. Where's that energy at? But yeah, y'all can't wait to pick me up once I run a red light, but the man who murdered my son still ain't been locked up yet. Justice system priorities are not straight. Like, that's like really the other key thing that they discuss. Like, the justice system is fucked up. Like, people really is out here getting away with murder, rape, all types of shit. People really getting away with that shit, and it's like the justice system are always saying it's out of their hands, it's nothing they can do, blah, 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 and it's like, that doesn't make any sense. You have all the evidence. Come on now. Like, that don't even make any fucking sense. It don't make a lick of damn sense. So the main two things in this movie that they really discussed was grief and how it molds you to a different person, and how the justice system is fucked up to where now everybody out here got to be a vigilante because the justice system is fucked up. So, anywho, Dwight, the guy who killed their son, is a lawyer. And he remembers Ethan's face from the night of the accident, and they end up hiring the guy who killed their son as their lawyer. And it wasn't until Ethan started putting pieces together, knowing that he was the man that hit their son that night. He had the ball cap, everything. He just was putting pieces together. And Joaquin Phoenix is a Scorpio, so he got raped. He has amazing intuition. So I just feel like water signs, when they know, they just fucking know. You feel me? So long story short, I think the scene that needs to be studied in this movie is when Joaquin Phoenix, Ethan's character, went to Dwight's house, told him to get his ass in the trunk, drove him out in the middle of nowhere, and had a gun. And they just stood there, and he was just explaining to him how he ruined. Joaquin Phoenix's character is telling Dwight how he ruined his family, that he hit his son and just kept driving. He left his son in the middle of the street like he was a piece of trash, and yet you stand here with the audacity, with tears in your eyes, and tell me not to kill you after you caused me and my family so much pain. My son didn't deserve that. Hell, if you hit him, at least show some fucking human decency and call the police, call the ambulance, apologize, do something. You didn't even do that. You hit him and you knew that you did it and you just kept driving, bitch. I cannot feel sad for you. Talk about oh, pull the trigger, or I'm gonna do it myself because there's not a day goes by where I don't imagine your son in my head. Da 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 da. Where I don't feel bad for what I did. How bad could you honestly feel when you hit him and you kept going? How bad could you possibly feel? Like, not even even act like, how can he say he a good person or that he feel bad when it's like, bro, you hit his son and you kept going. Not only that, you never turned yourself in once you hit this kid. You would have saved this family so much pain, so much grief, so much sadness, had you just turned yourself in. You feel me? And just said, I hit someone. And I kept going. Bitch, you gonna be locked up for manslaughter anywho. You feel me? It's like, this nigga Dwight, he didn't have no kind of human decency, because to me, I just thought it was funny that, and it just foolish. That's why I thought it was funny when Joaquin Phoenix was like, you have the audacity to cry when you hit my son and you just kept going. How bad could you possibly feel when you never stopped, you never turned yourself in, you never did nothing that was right? So how could you possibly feel sad? So this scene to me, I thought was really phenomenal as far when it comes to acting. I thought both Mark and Joaquin Phoenix did a great job with acting, showcasing like Mark Ruffalo showcasing like the guilt and how to carry it, and he said he just was scared, and it's like, okay, I get that. You didn't want to go away. You didn't want to get locked up because you got to sit on your own. Okay, cool. But it's like at the end of the day, you still did something wrong. In the process of not trying to lose your son, you killed another family's son. So you got to do the right thing. You need to turn yourself in. What are you talking about? You had me and my family literally hire you as our lawyer when you are our son's killer. Like, how much human decency do you possibly have? Like, I just think that's foolish when he said that. Like, how much human decency do you really have when you hit our son and you just kept going? And you never turned yourself in? Like, come on, man. Stop with the cap. Like, at this point, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Just wrap it up at this point. Just wrap it the fuck up. Like, for real. You feel me? But, like I said, they both did a great job in this scene as far when it comes to acting. Joaquin Phoenix, again, like I said, his acting range needs to be studied because he does such a good job. Like, how he was holding the gun. And the way he was holding the gun, you could tell that this is a man who doesn't really want to kill anybody. He just is sad that his son is gone, and he will never see his son again, never see him grow up, never see his son get married, never see his son walk across the stage to get his diploma. He'll never see his son grow up due to his son being taken away from him, unjustifiable. But when Joaquin Phoenix's character is holding that gun, you could tell he didn't want to kill this man. He just wanted this man to know that what you did was wrong, and you caused me and my family a lot of pain by just not telling the truth. Like, he was able to, in his voice, it changed, like, so many ways. Like, it went from anger, sadness, I don't really want to do this, but I have to do this, I have to avenge my son. You feel me? Like, his body shaking, just talking like, he was talking to his grandkids, he was like, you killed my son and you have the audacity to say you're sorry. And like, he was talking like that, like his teeth was clenched, you feel me, and his body was shaking. So he just did a really good job showcasing his emotions as a human who was in this tough spot. And another thing I really liked was in the ending when he was, you know, sitting on his porch at the house and he just broke down and started crying. Just broke down, you feel me? His wife came out and she gave him a hug and he just broke down to her and he told her that he's sorry for how he's been acting, sorry how he treated her and everything. You feel me? I feel like Joaquin Phoenix is one of the best actors I've ever seen in a movie. The way he's just able to portray such a character and embody everything within the character and display that emotion, whether it's this, whether it's that. I fucking love it. And one of the main things I'm getting tired of is people say, oh, but he only plays characters who are lonely, misunderstood, dissociated, or isolated. In most of these movies, I guess you could say, yes, that is true. Not all, but some. Yes, I feel like that I think in Hollywood nowadays, is that if you're an actor or an actress who shines in this specific genre role, that is what they cast you in, because obviously the director sees from your past performances that is where you shine the brightest. So, for an example, if you are an attractive actor or actress but you can't act for shit but you're hot, they're gonna put you in a movie where it's rated R, nudity, sex scenes off the roof, off the charts. That's the type of movie they're gonna put you in, because from your past performances, that is all you ever played in. Is movies where you're this hot girlfriend or the hot guy or this or that. That's just what you're gonna be in. So it's not that, oh, we don't even really get to see what this actor can do because they always play the same role in every movie. It's like, okay, and at least with Joaquin Phoenix, you can actually see his acting instead of him being put in a movie where he's just supposed to be displayed as the hot person who don't have no ounce of acting. How far do you think these actors and actresses think their career gonna go because they got good looks? What happens when them fades look? What happens when them looks fade when they get older? And nah. Now they're gonna have to actually rely on their acting. But Joaquin Phoenix is not ugly, so let's not even do that. People think he ugly because of his clip on his lip. No, Joaquin Phoenix never gave ugly. He never gave ugly, honey. He never gave ugly. Joaquin Phoenix is a very handsome guy. I like his mindset. He's socially awkward. He a weirdo. He got an introverted mind. And I'm the same way. I have social anxiety. I think due to me having social anxiety, I'm a little awkward. It's hard for me to speak because I have crazy social anxiety. I'm an introvert. So it's like I'm able to connect with him in his movies. I'm able to connect with him in his interviews when he's speaking, because it's like everything he's saying is what I be thinking and I have said. So it's like we're not going to do that. You feel me? Don't get mad at Joaquin Phoenix because he can actually act, where the actors you like, they only get casted due to their good looks, not because they can actually fucking act. Let's not do that, babe. The fuck, Joaquin Phoenix never gave low budget, never gave mediocre actor. No, you're gonna give him his props. You're gonna give him his claps because he deserves it. Like I motherfucking said, bitch. Joaquin Phoenix's acting range is one of the best I've ever seen as far as when it comes to movies. He's a phenomenal, exceptional actor and deserves all the Oscars in the world because his performance is just that. Like I said, any character, any movie, any script, you name it, he embodies the fuck out of that character, and he leaves no crumbs to eat the whole plate. And as like I said, with that being said, I'm out of this bitch. I have nothing left to say. Catch you on my next video.